But you can eat, but the food you're eating, and I've gone through carb depletion, is really, really tough. There's some things that, that I don't want to do, but I will do anyway, just so I can accomplish that goal.
How do you go from being a string bean to becoming a physical specimen like Walter? It's not the ever-intensifying daily workouts and constant pain, the carb depletion or 5,000 calorie starvation diets. It's not coaching or genetics, it's none of that. Many start to dream to become an IFBB pro, but very, very few survive the process to actually live it. So how do you go from zero to hero? I mean, what's the key element? It's simple. It's mental strength and the ability to control your thoughts and emotions, which in turn control your actions. This separates the champions from the posers. I would even say that being a bodybuilder is more about building your mind than your body. We're talking about diet today, and Walter's diet is as important as his workouts. So learn from his example, but don't think for a minute this is about food. This is about mind. Now let's see Walter in action, doing what he'd rather not, but doing it like a champion. Walter's on his pre-competition diet. We're going to show you in steps how he prepares each meal so you not only get an understanding about how simple and unexciting they are, but you can see how mentally and physically challenging a real bodybuilder's diet is. Here's Walter preparing his meals. We'll take you through the whole process in 8 easy steps. First up, carbs. Step 1.
10 grams of carbs. Okay, so we'll count that as 70. You can put a little bit of Lawry's seasoned salt on there. How you doing? That's the way I like it.
That was step 1. Pretty easy, right? Red potatoes with salt and Lawry's seasoning. No oil and 70 calories per serving. Now, step 2. Let's jump to Walter preparing his protein.
Very simple. I'll just cut these open one at a time. I'm not going to coat the pan with anything because I cannot have any extra fat inside my food. So I'm going to get all these open. I'm going to place them in a tray. And there's 2 per pack that come in there. As you can see, there's 2 pieces. So they have the skin on them. I don't mind them with the skin, okay? I'm gonna put them in nice and separate them nice.
Walter does a beautiful job of opening the next 8 packages, but we're not into torturing you guys viewing, so we're jumping ahead in the program.
Like I said, I like a little bit of salt, a little bit of dash of salt on there. How you doing? And throw a little bit of pepper in there. Okay. And maybe I might grab a little bit of chili pepper, give it a little bit of a kick to it.
Step 3, breakfast. While waiting for the oven to heat up, Walter takes time to quickly package his high-protein, low-carb breakfast before he begins roasting the fish and potatoes. Up first is a cup or quarter cup of cream of rice, which he will add water to in the morning. He adds a dash of salt for flavor, then seals it up. Next, he mixes 1 cup of already separated 100% egg whites with a dash of salt and pepper to the morning meal. Again, he seals that off for his breakfast. As you probably know, egg whites are 100% protein and as close to perfect as you can get. He'll do this 6 more times and then refrigerate everything for the week. Next up, step 4, where we find Walter chilling while the fish and potatoes roast.
This is good. Looking really good. Looking delicious. And you got the red potatoes that are cooking as well.
Coming up, step 5. Here Walter takes some prepared broccoli and begins to get his meals packages ready. So rather than show you Walter microwaving this broccoli, we're just jumping forward to him getting his meals ready.
And broccoli. And there's extra. Maybe I may throw a little bit of extra pieces in there as well.
Here in step 6, with the broccoli and cauliflower finished, we move on to packaging the rest of the meal.
We got 1. We have 2. Okay. 2 per container. There's another one. I don't like the size of that one. I want a pretty big one. Let's put that in there. It's 2. And there's a lot more than I thought there was going to be, so I'll have 2 for dinner as well. It's another one. And here goes number 2. How you doing?
Of course, what bodybuilder's day would be complete without a snack? Here is step 7.
For my snack, I have 25 calories per serving of sugar-free creamy parfait, 0 grams of sugar, 2 grams of protein, which probably have 2 of these as a snack tonight.
Finally, Walter has it all put together. Here is step 8.
It's delicious. So we have our finished product. We have our whiting fish. We have our red potatoes. We have our cauliflower and our broccoli. And it's time consuming. A lot of people don't want to do, but you got to do things you don't want to do to get the results that you need to. Not everybody's willing to do it, but it's sacrifice. It's a lot of sacrifice.
In doing this quest with Walter, we soon learned that mental strength was as big a part of the process as physical, maybe even more so. You might think a fire ritual is a bit dramatic for a bodybuilding video, but we did it to make a point. Walter was clear. He said sacrifice. In fact, he said it twice at the end. Walter is struggling with his new diet, but he knows he has to give it up if he's going to be successful. Walter is exerting his mental control over his hunger and his body's physical desire to resist the change that's taking place within it. If Walter stays strong, soon his physical being will yield and its new form will be shaped from the old. What was previously painful will become the norm, and by using the power of his mind, he will have created the IFBB professional bodybuilder he envisioned himself to be. Walter's contest is 2 weeks away. He certainly has the physical strength and form, but does he have the mental strength to put it together to win the card? We shall see.
Y'all want success, we all want to provide the dreams to make it to the top and not go down the slide. Hold on tight because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Keep your head up high and never be denied.